Welcome to Serviced Accommodation, the real deal. Whether you're buying individual modules or you're buying the whole programme, this is just a brief introduction to what each of the modules is about. So the first module is furnishing and dressing your serviced accommodation unit. Now it's really important that you furnish and dress according to the market that you're aiming at. We're going to talk about how to dress it. We're going to talk about where you're going to get your inventory from. We give you an inventory costing sheet. Next up is how to make an Airbnb listing. Making the listing itself is fairly easy, but there's policies, promotions, special offers that you can use to make the most of your listing. Making a Booking.com listing is a little bit more complex than an Airbnb one. They have hidden policies. They don't tell you where to find things. They have fine print that you must use if you want to collect guests' data. As I say, it's a little bit more complex and we'll talk you through the steps. Next up is payment and finance. This module is split in two. First of all, how are you going to receive payment from your guest? We're going to talk about all the different options. Next up is finance. How are you going to record your income and expenditure so that you can pass that to either to your accountant or to your bookkeeper to ensure you end up with the correct self-assessment. Next up is guest communications, a really important part of what we do in the serviced accommodation world. We're going to talk through how to effectively deal with your guests. We're going to talk about how the guest knows how the heating works, how they know how to access the lockbox. We're going to give you valuable resources such as guidebooks, an invaluable module for any serviced accommodation provider. Next up is choosing a channel manager. With over 200 channel managers out there, it's important to find the one that suits your business. Not everybody does everything, so it's really important to identify the key things that you need from a channel manager. Number 7 is operations. We're going to talk about all things operations, so spot checking your housekeepers right the way through to dealing with rubbish and everything in between. Next up is Lindemann Digital Marketing. They're a marketing company that deal with all things social media, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, everything to do with digital marketing. They'll also talk about the importance of having a direct booking website. Second to last is guest experience. How are you going to give your guest the best experience that they possibly can get at your premises? How are you going to gain feedback from them, both positive and negative, and how are you going to deal with that? How can you turn a negative situation into a positive outcome? Last but not least is your one-to-one. This is over to you. This is all about you and your business. Question and answer session with the whole team. If you want to focus on a certain aspect of your business, then that's absolutely fine. This is your session. I hope you find that informative, and if you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to us on our contact page.